Hey guys, today's quick review is about the knife that I would say I would consider to be the best value knife in the $15 to $17 range. I say 15 to 17 because that's the price that they can usually be found at, but I would say that's probably the best value knife under like $20 period, or even probably sometimes I would say even $25. I haven't seen better than this in this price range period. And so that's the Sanrenmu, the 9013 and the 9014. So if you recall, a couple of months ago I did the review of this knife, which is the Sanrenmu Land 910, and I gave it like basically like praising review. And if you look at the reviews on YouTube, everybody gives it great reviews on this knife. Alright, so the Sanrenmu Land 910, so great action, runs very smooth on ball bearings, great fit and finish, absolutely nothing to complain about this knife in this price range. Mine was a bit dirty, but it got better after cleaning. So the 9013 and the 9014 are basically the same knife, just in a frame lock version. So instead of being a liner lock with G10 on both sides, we just have a steel frame lock. And here's the two versions. So the 9013 is a satin finish version. So I mean, it's hard to say, but it looks like the stainless steel is, I wouldn't say it's a stone wash because it doesn't look like a stone wash, but it's also like more scratched up than a satin. So maybe it's a satin that has just been scratched up, because I've been carrying this knife straight for like 2.5 weeks now. So, but I think it was already pretty scratched up when I got it. But anyway, so it's the satin finish version. The blade at least is satin, as you can see. And the 9014 is a black stone wash finish. So both the frame and the blade are black stone wash, and it's a very nice black wash, very nicely done, especially in this price point. So both knives are extremely well made. I couldn't find any flaw, nothing you can complain about for this price range, at least. Like, fit and finish are pretty much perfect. I had to open up this one to clean it because the action was very gritty when I got it. I didn't have to open any of those knives. Both just came just fine out of the factory. I didn't add any oil or anything like that. They were just fine. There is a bit of difference between both of them, so, and I don't know if it's because of the finish or because of like factory not being the same, but their action is different. Like, the detent is much stronger on the 9013 than it is on the 9014, and on reading on the internet it looks like a few people are complaining that the detent on the 9013 is a bit too strong. It doesn't bother me because I tend to like stronger detents. I like when I press the button that the knife, the blade just comes flying out. But for example, like, yeah, this detent is much stronger on this knife than it is on this knife. Oh, something went flying. So a way to demonstrate that is, for example, like this knife, if I want to just flick it on with my index finger with the thumb stud on the other side, I can, no problem, right? On this one I can't. It's just way too hard for me to do it. But if you activate it with the thumb, it just comes up just nicely. Both knives are very smooth. Well, it doesn't look very good on camera because I'm very close to the knife, but trust me, they're just like, they're on the ball bearings, and both are very smooth. So another difference between both of them, so both of them weight about the same, but the frame lock version, it is quite a bit thinner than the liner lock version. So basically, okay, it's hard to see through the camera, but okay, so it looks like basically the frame lock version is the same thickness as this one, just without the top scale. That would be about the thickness. So honestly, like, if you have $15 to spend on a knife, or let's say 17, no question, one of those three, pick your poison and pick whichever you want, and you won't be disappointed. There's no question about that. Me personally, I tend to prefer the frame locks. First reason is I work in an office environment, so I don't need the creepiness of the G10. Second, I tend to prefer frame locks over liner locks, just personal preference. And third, I just like the fact that, let's say, the frame lock is like thinner and it just looks more elegant, right? Like a frame lock knife looks more elegant than a liner lock, at least to me. So, but those are very, like, let's say, preference oriented, and there's not really a reason to pick one over another one. It's just whatever you like the best, just pick that one. Sorry. So here it is. So if you need a knife, let's say for work, where you need the grippiness, go for the G10. If you don't need the grippiness and you prefer like a slimmer knife, then you can go for the frame locks, and you know, whichever you like best. I was planning on getting just one, but at this price I just couldn't, so I got both. And honestly, I got both. I like both, and I'm gonna keep both though. So that's it. So like I said, for me, in my opinion, $15 to $20 range, you won't get better than this. That's my opinion. Hope you enjoyed the review.